Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Rimworld Alpha 14 in Bunker Hill. I've turned around the cooler over here. It's all good now, so we can use that. We're going to build a door in here, so we can access the freezing, and we're going to probably build an eating and party room over here. Everything will be wonderful, so let's go. No need to sit around and waiting all the time. Poor mood, Tony. It's fine. Oh, that's actually not fine. You are very unhappy. Yeah, you don't have the new colony optimism and very low expectations, etc. Oh dear. That can be bad in the long run. Place ourselves a wooden door over here. Yeah, I think we're good to go. We're going to place a stockpile over here. We're going to expand this later on, of course. But for now, this will do. We are going to store nothing here but food. And we'll take both meals. Probably not fertilized eggs. Because fertilized eggs can be hatched into new animals, basically. Whether it's little chicks or snakes, for example. So we don't want to use them in meat. We don't want to use them in food. Or anything else like that. We don't want anyone to eat them, etc. But we're gonna have the rest of our food be here, basically. We're gonna make it important, and then we're gonna lower the temperature to -2 degrees. Unfortunately, we still have to haul all the rocks over here, otherwise the door is gonna be open, and this entire area will be -2. Which is not exactly what I'm aiming for here. And we do have our dumping stockpile set up, so we should be able to go for that. We still have a ton of berries lying around. We're finally doing more research into pemmican with Marat over here. Now they have actually changed it so that you don't gain as much research points or skill while you're researching, so it's a bit harder to level up now. There have been a lot of changes. They finally released the full changelog instead of just like the cliff notes. Don't get me wrong, the cliff notes were still very useful, but as a modder, I was much more interested in actually knowing precisely what they changed, etc. We're gonna tell Marat and other miners that we want to mine a bit of this, this compacted steel. It's there, we might as well use it. And there is a tool that you can use to click and drag. I like to manually toggle right now, it doesn't really matter that much. I only want to mine the orbits. Darcy over there still walking around as prisoner. We have her set on chat and recruit, so hopefully at some point she will be convinced to join us. Just making doubly sure that we have a warden. We've got some decent social people. So that'll be alright. We'll have a 6th person at some point. Tony again has a poor mood. We should be getting ourselves a table at some point. So after we're done making the mining the steel out over here, we're gonna start digging ourselves a dinner room where we will be able to eat dinner. And we're also finally storing our food in here. You can see it spoils in seasons and rice spoils in a couple of years. Potatoes as well. But rice is actually very easy to store and keep cold, which is nice. Very nice indeed. Berries, we don't have a lot of luck with the berries, but still they're gonna spoil in a couple of seasons, which is already going to help us further than if they're lying in here. Mental break. Kai Oaf is wandering around in sadness. He's in a little pain because of his old gunshot. Because he was in the minor break threshold between 16 and 31%. It's only just wandering around, nothing major, which is good. They've made multiple tiers instead of just having a minor or major break threshold, which is like can be bad or is definitely bad. So that is definitely good. We have a 5% chance to recruit Darcy now. And Davo are less able warden. We have a warden of 6 and a 9, so... You know, not bad, I suppose. We should really focus on hauling more of these berries. I mean, they're still spoiling in 9 days. But if we can store them indoors, where there's an active cooler... Well, we really need to get rid of this one rock over here. That'd be great. I mean, we're slowly getting there, I suppose. We're still mining more metal over here. We've got a bit of it now, so that's gonna help us build some things. One thing I'd like to do is... Since we're gonna be calling this place Bunker Hill, right? Let's go and add some sandbags all over the place. Just to make it look like we're actually defending it with like military stuff, etc. I don't know, I just kinda like the look of it. And then we might place some floors under it at some point. But for now we're just gonna be mainly focusing on getting a dinner room up over here. A dinner room will actually help people, you know, they're gonna be able to sit down at a table. That's gonna make them feel a lot better. It's gonna be a big room, because I like having big dining rooms. I usually like to party in there as well. We'll go for something like this as the entrances. We're probably gonna expand it as time goes on. I just want to make sure that we have a nice big dinner room where we can sit down to eat. Because that's what we all want, right? Want to sit down, have a lovely little eat. I might disable wardening on Defo because I'd prefer it if Marat did it. Marat is 9 with a passion. He's interested. Kai is no longer wandering around in sadness. I think they also decreased the length for like minor breaks by a third. Down from 90,000 ticks to 60,000, so they should last a little... They should last less long. And there you go, 7.3% chance for Marat. So it's definitely beneficial to have Marat do it all. We're digging through granite. We can actually use granite to build the strongest walls, I believe. So once we get some granite chunks, we might be able to convert them into into blocks, which we can then use to build some strong walls to help our defense with. That would definitely be useful. Now, the only reason this place is particularly unhappy, not beautiful, unlike, well, the floor doesn't help. Having raw dirt, it's not very beautiful. But we could place some wooden floors there, which are neutral. You'd think that wooden floors would be nice to look at, but apparently not. Anyway, this is the official end of our growing season. And we have a raid. A group of pirates from the Manic Alligators have arrived nearby. They're attacking immediately. They already have a sniper rifle and a marble club. This is gonna be bad. We're gonna let our people sleep for a little bit more. That is a bad raid. Thankfully, we started out with a bunch of weaponry. They're gonna come through here. What I might do is I might put our people behind here so that their sniper rifle has to come really close. A plan so cunning you could stick a tail in it and call it a fox. Let's go, people. Now let's try and take that sniper out. I was thinking originally about having one sniper on the drop team. I instead opted to replace it with a light machine gun because, well, giving them a sniper rifle right away would just straight up be overpowered, in my opinion. We're in hide Tony a little bit further back here. You are a jogger, which actually helps. We might give you a bionic leg later, because you are a prosophile as well, and if we can give you a good bionic leg, then you can walk even faster. Now, unfortunately, they seem to be onto us. They're going as far over to that side as possible. We have got some fire flying. We're gonna send you out to melee. Let's try and not get hit by people. Tony just took a headshot. Her jaw was shot off. Oh dear. Right, we're gonna move people up now. Because we are meleeing Morgan with the sniper. No, don't fire at Simon, please. Don't fire through Tony. That was my bad for not clarifying. You all are gonna... Wait, you could try to arrest him? Oh no, that was try to arrest Tony. Yeah, there you go. Try to arrest Tony. Now we're gonna melee this guy. To death, if need be. Well, there we go. To death. Simon, how are you looking, buddy? Your rib has been shattered. You're in exceptional pain. You are industrious. And a chemical interest. You know what? We're gonna capture you. We're gonna make you a prisoner bed. Right here. Yeah, that's good. Let's go. Then NG can capture him. We have some simple meals now. We have a normal sniper rifle. We're gonna start hauling that. We're gonna strip their bodies, take all their stuff. Because, you know, we deserve all that. We fought for it. We bled for it. And Tony might have died for it. Speaking of, you need to get in bed. And we need to install a denture. So a denture is basically a wooden... We take some wood, we sculpt it like a jaw, and we bolt it on where her jaw used to be. It's not as efficient, but it works for our purposes. Marat's our doctor, isn't he? Nope, it's Tony. Of course. You prioritize treating Kai without medicine, if possible. We'll set all our people up to deserve herbal medicine. There we go. You need to treat Kai without medicine, please. The reason is I'm trying to save the regular medicine for if we have any illnesses. If you use medicine, you will get a vastly higher... Well, basically you get better treatment, so the disease doesn't get as severe as fast. It slows down how fast the disease basically gets worse. And things like better treatment also give a lower chance of that as well. It is capped, of course, but you want to save the medicine, or at least I want to save the medicine, to get as high on those rolls as possible, so there's less risk of our people dying if they get ill. It's also a nice way to train your medicine. Because of course, you're going to be doing more treatment. You're not going to be spending a lot of medicine. So, yeah. I like it. Who's our second best doctor? I might have Defo do it actually. On Tony. Because he does have a passion. He does have an interest, right? It might not be as great. But it's a thing. It's a thing. You're gonna get chat and recruit as well. He's only 46%. And because of his industrious, he's not really good at anything. But he is better at doing work in general. Because he is industrious. He gets a 35% buff to doing anything. We're gonna get Defo into the spirit of things. He's gonna be getting some experience for his medicine. Also trying to save Simon's life. You know, we might need Simon. Now I'm a little bit worried about Tony. The long period without treatment might mean that she gets an infection. Which is definitely detrimental to us as a whole. It will mean that Defo gets some medical experience, but... I mean, I'd rather get him his experience through treating prisoners, rather than having people get infected and possibly die. Yeah, tend to Tony first. You're feeling bad, joy deprived. We don't have any televisions or anything. You are in a terrible mood. And there's the infection I was fearing. So we're gonna treat normal wounds first. Oh dear, you've got a double infection. You need to stay in bed. We're gonna set you to medical. Tony, rest until healed. Prioritize treating. Simon has gotten 2 infections. Okay, now we have treated that. Now we're gonna do this. And make sure that we treat you with medicine for the infection. There we go. And now you're going to install a denture, which also requires 1 medicine. But now Tony should be able to eat again. You know, eating is sort of important if you want to survive. Failed in a minor way. So she doesn't have the denture. Instead, there's a surgical cut in her stomach and left lung. Why precisely he felt it necessary to cut her left lung is beyond me. But as it stands, we are having someone who used to be terrible and is still quite bad at medicine. We had him do a surgery, so he has more chance of screwing up. In fact, his success chance is 50-50. That's not great. We're gonna get him to start treating Simon. We're not gonna give Simon any medicine. He can be valuable, but I won't spend any medicine on him. Let's put it like that. We're gonna have to add another operation because, well, you need a denture at some point. You can't give yourself a denture. And Davo is the only one we can train up to be a decent doctor. We could have had Marat try and do it, but even then it would have still been 50-50. Here's another hauler. I'd like you to haul some of those simple meals if you don't mind. Try and keep them cool. It is actually -1 in there. I'm gonna haul some more stuff. And in theory, we can get Tony over here. That's a 27%, that's a 38%. So you're still not gonna feel happy while wearing that, but I think you might feel better than if you're naked. There we go. Just wear stuff. Prioritize hauling simple meals. And then you should eat one or go to bed, I don't know. Nope, you're gonna go for joy instead, which is fine, you know, get your mood up. That's perfectly okay. We have at least gotten people some clothing. And we still have plenty of berries for now. Which is good. We're still growing, but it's not ideal. You can see temperature isn't quite as high as we need to grow. Which is what growing zone basically indicates, like the growing time of year. We're not going to be growing ideal outside that small window that we had. However, that shouldn't matter really too much. 71% grown. You are ready to harvest. Thank God for the berry bushes. We're going to set up a massive harvest order again. Because this is going to be what saves us in the end. Stockpiling masses of berries. At the very least, it is helping us for now. Yep, look at that. There's so many berries here to haul. And we're storing our bodies over here. Not what I would do, but it works. Now, in Alpha 14, a new change is that they can literally eat bodies. You can grab a human corpse, you can start eating on it. You can eat a leg, but of course, they're gonna be unhappy. 1, because they're eating a human. B, because they're eating human meat. C, because they're eating a corpse. It's always better to butcher the corpse first and get the meat, rather than have them eat the raw corpse. But it's even better to cook the meat, and it's even better to make a good meal out of it. Right, let's place a dining table over there. We're going to place some dining chairs. I'm going to take a lot of wood. We're only going to be placing those chairs for now. We are researching our pemmican game. Tony has gone berserk. So that is a severe mental break. Yeah, your thoughts are completely gone. Melee attack Kai. Melee attack Tony. There we go. She shouldn't be using the club. Yeah, she is using the club. That's bad. We now have our melee person attacking people with a club. Tony has been beaten to death. Well, I mean, that's gonna happen. It's unfortunate, but that is the way it is. Can we Strip her body, thank you. So there goes our one good doctor. We'll dig them a grave. I feel like they deserve a grave. Or a sarcophagus. Could make it out of blocks. Severe illness on Simon. So he's got an extreme infection. Extreme and major and minor, etc. tells you about the severity of the disease and illness that he has. He might not make it. We need to give him treatment and then he might. No promises. Darcy is about to break. Naked and hungry. Our cooler is preserving things, which is nice. We have a poor, normal, and normal quality chair, so that's good. They should have some beauty to them. Unfortunately, we ended up beating her her torso too much, and that's where the infection was. Yeah, we'll dig you a grave for now. We can always later build you a sarcophagus. Or a sarcophagi for multiple people. And we're gonna set it so that only colonists... Oh, yep, Simon died because of infection. We're not gonna give Simon grave, because he's still a raider. Yeah, we could have really used Tony and Simon, but... that's how it goes in the Rimworlds. 85%. Perhaps if we had Tony do the treatment, he might have lived. But, you live and you learn. Or in their case, you die and get forgotten. Prioritize burying. Well, there you go. We have buried him at least. Yep, your friend Tony died, so you like Tony. A little bit, but you like Tony. The pigs have come for another raid. Assault rifle, pump shotgun, wooden club, and a sniper rifle. Well, this looks like a perfect time to end the episode. We have taken our first casualty to disease, no less. If you enjoyed this video, then please do leave a like down below. Leave a comment if you have anything to say. And until next time, have a good one, folks.